Hi, welcome back to Rate 5 Production. Today, we've listed 5 movies you should never watch with your parents. These are some movies you can cross off your list if you want to pick one to watch with your parents. As they feature either sexual content or unpleasant situations, these movies might be difficult for you to watch with your parents. If you like these recommendations, please subscribe to our channel to view more videos on suggested films and TV show. Let's get started. Number 5. Secret Love. Yoo Jae-tae and Yoon Jin-seo feature in the 2010 South Korean thriller movie Secret Love, often referred to as The Secret River. Only 2 months after their idyllic wedding, the stunning young Yeonmi is dealing with the after effects of a vehicle accident that has left her charming new husband Jin-woo in a profound coma. She finds herself waiting for her husband's brother Jin-ho at the airport, but Yeonmi is astonished to learn that he and Jin-woo are identical twins after they had never before met. The pair are first aloof toward one another but quickly warm up. Jin-woo abruptly arising from his coma causes the situation to become more complex. This is a good movie. It has a rating of 5.8 on IMDb and 42% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 4. Scarlet Innocence. Yim Pil-sung co-wrote and directed the 2014 South Korean thriller Scarlet Innocence. Shim Hak-kyu, a literary professor who was involved in a sex scandal, is compelled to leave Seoul and teach in a tiny, rural town until the situation is resolved, leaving behind his unhappy wife and daughter Chung-hee. Deok-hee, a gullible ticket agent for a soon-to-be demolished amusement park, and Hak-kyu start dating. The town's neighbors quickly learn of their relationship, which significantly concerns Deok-hee's mother. Eventually, with the aid of his buddy Dong-woo, Hak identity Kyu's is cleared, allowing him to resume his position as a professor at his institution. Deok-hee confesses that their earlier intimacy had caused her to become pregnant before he leaves. Hak-kyu leaves after aborting the child and makes a commitment to come back for Deok-hee. Instead, he returns home and consoles his unhappy wife. A Korean thriller has a good unpredictable story, and unusually for this kind of fatal attraction type thriller there is a feel-good ending. It has a rating of 5.9 on IMDb and 36% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 3. Obsessed. Kim Dae-woo is the writer and director of the 2014 South Korean erotic romance movie Obsessed. Colonel Kim Jin-pyong, a decorated combat hero, is about to be promoted to general. Jin-pyong is the target of a lot of jealousy, from his commander father-in-law to his lovely wife. However, his love for his wife has long since diminished, and as a result of his post-traumatic disorder from the Vietnam War, he frequently has mental breakdowns and nightmares about the soldiers he once led who were killed in action. Captain Kyung Woo-jin and his wife Ga-hyun move next door after one day when he is transferred to Jin Troop. When Jin-pyong meets Ga-hyun, he falls in love with her right away. He has never experienced this emotion before and finds it confusing. Later, he receives an invitation to a gathering at an army hospital that the spouses of commissioned officers who volunteer there are hosting. Ga-hyun is attacked by a PTSD patient, and Jin-pyong rushes to her aid. She is shot when he is rescuing her from the patient, and she is then taken to the hospital. She starts to feel warm sentiments for Jin-pyong because he put his life in danger to protect her from the savage attack. The story of this movie was wonderful, and the direction, script, and lead female and male actor had excellent acting. It has a rating of 6.2 on IMDb and 38% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 2. Amuse. The 2012 South Korean erotic love film Yoonjeo, also known as Amuse in some regions, is a cinematic version of the book Yoonjeo by author Park Bum-shin. A well-known national poet in his 70s is Lee Jeok-yo. His 30-year-old assistant Seo Jae-woo recently released his debut book, which has quickly risen to the top of bestseller lists, and is dubbed a genre fiction with psychological insight. Finding a young high school student named Yoon Jae-yo dozing off on a chair on his porch, Jeok-yo, who was immediately taken with her, decided to hire her on a part-time basis to clean his house. As Jeok-yo spends more time with Yoon Jae-yo, long-buried emotions come to the surface, and her vivacity, sense of humor, and real affection for him help him remember who he was as a young man. In addition to the fact that he thinks she is breathtakingly gorgeous, the way she makes him feel causes his love and need for her to increase. Jeok-yo is so taken with the girl that he starts to create a short tale about his imagined sex life with her. Jae-woo, however, disapproves of the two's growing intimacy, and takes the short tale to publish under his own name as he labels their relationship as improper. This movie is a masterpiece. It has a rating of 6.6 on IMDb and 69% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 1. Thirst. Park Chan-wook is the author, producer, and director of the 2009 horror movie Thirst. Catholic priest Sang-hyun ministers to the patients as a volunteer at the hospital. Although he is highly known for his strong faith and committed service, he nevertheless harbors emotions of uncertainty and melancholy. Sang-hyun consents to take part in a study to develop a vaccine against the deadly Emmanuel virus. despite the fact that the experiment is unsuccessful. And Sang Hyun has the disease that appears to be fatal. He recovers fully and effectively after obtaining a blood transfusion. The devoted members of Sang congregation Hyuns learn of his miraculous recovery soon and start to think that he has a magical ability to heal. Thousands more people soon swarm to Sang services. Hyun's Sang boyhood Hyun's friend Kang Woo and his family are among the new churchgoers. Sang Hyun accepts Kang invitation Woos to join the weekly mahjong session at his home, where he becomes attracted to Taeju, Kang wife. Woo's later, Sang Hyun relapses into his disease and wakes up needing protection from the sun after turning into a vampire. A very stylistic and though provoking movie that lives outside the mainstream and does a very good job. It has a rating of 7.1 on IMDb and 75% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. That's it for today. Thank you for watching our video and do subscribe to our YouTube channel in order for you to get notified in our future uploads.